Hi, this is Brent, Cooking with Brent. Today, what we're gonna do, we're gonna shoot 4 videos, treats for your pets. And the main ingredient for all 4 is gonna be the cucumber, believe it or not. So it's gonna be, the first one's gonna be cucumber and blueberry, then we're gonna do cucumber and cheese, cucumber and apple, and then for our little furry friend, Harry, we're gonna do cucumber and catnip. So let's begin, let's start this thing up. So enjoy. Hi, this is Brent, Cooking with Brent. Today, we're gonna be cooking cucumbers and blueberries. And the first one's gonna be for this guy right here. So all you need to do is get your food processor ready. Cucumber, everything's gonna be based on the cucumber today. So about a half a cup or small cucumber, or if you got a big cucumber, just cut it up about a half cup. I'll put the recipe up at the end of the video. So just basically just cut it all up. And we'll do that. So, since these are cubes, I'm going to throw it in the food processor. Oh, it smells good. So, go ahead, just grind them down a little bit. Okay, just want to grind down the chunks a little bit here, and then we'll start adding the other ingredients in. So, let's add the blueberries in next, about a half a cup. And we'll go ahead and hit this thing again. Get everything all nice and chopped up. Then, we're going to add 1 cup of flour. And today I'm using oat flour. There we go. And 1 egg. So throw that in. Put that down. And we'll see what our batter looks like. Looking pretty good. Now, you're probably going to need to add some water, so I'm just going to pour it in. Usually I use a spoon, but this was a little bit dry, so I'm going to add a lot of water in here. So I'll do that. You don't want to add too much water, you get a soup as opposed to a batter. So. That looks good. All right. Let's get the prop out of the way. Now, I use molds. They're kind of funny. This one is shaped of large dog bones because it's for Rocky here. So now, let's get a spoon and just pour it into the mold. And it's looking pretty good. And spread it into all the little dog bone pieces. It looks pretty good. And let's put you here. I use a knife just to kind of make a nice top on them, and it gets all, make sure you fill all the little dog bone pieces here. That looks good. And there you go. Just put these in the oven, 350, about a half hour, or 15-20 minutes, maybe a half hour. Wait till they turn golden brown. You'll know when they cook. Hi, taste test. This guy's favorite time. All right, come up. So, blueberry and cucumber. Huh? You like that one? You want another one? Huh? How about another one? That's good. Looks like we got another winner. Hi, Cooking with Brent here today. Sticking with a cucumber again. So we're going to do cucumber, the main ingredient for all these videos, and we're doing apple. For this guy right here, who's over there, he's supposed to be over here. Rocky, where are you at? Come on over here. So we'll just cut up the cucumber first. You're on the wrong side of the table, buddy. So we'll put these in the food processor, just grind them down a little bit first because they're all kind of chunky. So we'll throw these in, and this cucumber smells excellent today. Take an apple, just cut it up in pieces. And it can be any apple you want. I like the Red Delicious myself, but you can use any apple that you want. So just kind of cut them up in smaller pieces. I like the red delicious because it's really crunchy. I like the crunch of the apple. Okay, put all this in the food processor here. It looks a little crowded in here, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit these and grind them down a little bit. There we go. All right, I'll throw the recipe up at the end of the video so you'll know how to do it. It's really simple, so easy. We add a cup of flour. Today I'm using oat flour. You can use a lot of different kinds of flour, but I like the oat flour. It's nice. You can find it anywhere. Some of the ones you have to really look for them somewhere. So, got that. We got 1 egg. Let's throw in the egg. Give it a nice bread taste. And we'll see what happens here. Now, you're probably going to have to add some water to this end. So, let's do what it looks like. Alright, looks pretty good. And outside level. Just, you know what? We're going to use a spoon on this one. Add a couple of spoons. You don't want to throw too much water. You want to make a soup. So go ahead and tablespoons here. That looks pretty good. Right there. There we go. Looks good. All right, get this out of there. Put you over here. Get that and that and that. All right, put that over there. Spoon. Now, I like using molds. These are in the shape of little dog bones here. So this one's for Rocky, so it's a little bit bigger. And all you do is take it, put it right in the mold here. Okay, looks good. Now, I like using a knife. Gives a nice straight top on it, and plus you know when everything gets filled into all the little holes in this thing. So we're just going to spread it around, and I think we got it almost. Yep. And that'll do it. So put it in the oven about 15-20 minutes or until it turn golden brown. You'll know when they're about ready. And that's it. Taste test. Now, cucumber and apple. Let's see what he does. You like that one? Oh, here's a crunchy one. You like that one? Come on, come on. There we go. Another winner there. Hi, this is Brent, Cooking with Brent. Today, the main ingredient is cucumber. Today, we're going to be cucumber and cheese for this guy who's on the other side of the table. Not being very playful today. Why don't you go over here? Come on, come on. Come on. Or you're just waiting for the taste test. That's what you're waiting for, aren't you? All right, so let's put these guys in the food processor because you want to kind of break them down a little bit, because they do take up a lot of space, and this is not a real big guy. But I like this guy. So let's grind it down a little bit. Okay. Now, let's do the cheese first. So today I'm using mozzarella cheese. It's low in salt. It's really good for your pets. So you want to pick a cheese that has low salt in it, because it's not really good for them. It's not really good for us, but it's a low salt, and it's pretty good for them. And he loves cheese. So we'll do that. We got a cup of flour. Today I'm using oat flour, because you can find it anywhere. And it's pretty good for them. And it's good for us too. Try it. And we'll throw an egg in. Just kind of get that batter to rise a little bit on us. And we'll see what happens here. Probably going to have to add some water. I can already tell because the cheese there's a lot of dry stuff in here, so we have to add some water. You just want a nice batter, that's all you want. So yeah, we need a lot. You know what? I'm going to pour it in. So usually I like to use a spoon to put water in, but this one is really dry. So I'm going to put some water in here. There we go. shake it up a little bit. Yeah, looking pretty good. Yeah, what do you think? Nice and creamy. There we go. There we go. Good. Right there. Do this. Put you over here. Get you ready. That was graceful, wasn't it? I like to use molds. These are funny. They're in the shape of dog bones. You can get any kind of mold you want. Christmas time, you get Christmas ones, you know. So you can do all that. But I like the molds. They're funny. So all you want to do is just put it on. Spread it around. And I like using a nice knife. It really gives a nice flat top. Plus you also know if you filled all the little holes here, I'll get all the spaces filled in. So could use just a tad more water on this, but it's good. It's a good batter. Just got it over here. Get a little bit more. Believe it or not, you can really smell the cucumber. This stuff these are wonderful. All right. Looking pretty. Let me get that one spot there. There we go. All right, throw these in the oven for about 15-20 minutes or until they're golden brown. I'll throw the video or the recipe up at the end of the video. And there you go. So simple. Here we go, another taste test. Do the cucumber and cheese. You ready? Huh? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Huh? Good? You want another one? There we go. Got another winner. Hi, this is Brent cooking with Brent. Today, our main ingredient is the cucumber. Today we're cooking for our friend Harry, who was shot upstairs because of this guy right here. So this is gonna be cucumber and catnip. So what we're gonna do is pick the cucumber, chop them up a little bit. And one more. Okay, throw these guys in the food processor here real quick. Chop them down a little bit. There you go on the knife. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Just hit it just a little bit. Okay, that's good. Now we'll throw in 1 cup of oat flour. It's really easy to find. I like it better than the normal white flour, but and you can find it anywhere. Any grocery store's got it. Some of the other ones I use, you kind of have to go to another store and look around and find it. You'll find it. But this one you can find anywhere. You got 1 egg. We'll put that in there. And I see I need to go to the store and get Harry some more catnip. So we're going to throw 1. Let's see if we get another one in. Hey, just finish it off. Here we go. There we go. A little bonus for Harry. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Just want a nice batter. Let's see, put in these little molds over here. So let's see what they look like. Yeah, it'll get a little dry. Got a lot of flour in there. So add a couple of spoons. And let's see what happens on that. Looking bad, looking nice. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, there we go. Like that. Stick the prop out. Put that right there. Move this guy out of the way. Like to use molds, since these are for Harry, these are very little small bones. So you want a nice thin batter because it needs to get into all these little holes here. So we'll grab a spoon. This in the mold, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. It looks really good. Let's see what happens. All right. So I like using a knife. It gives a nice flat top, and you can make sure that all these little spaces in this mold gets filled in real easy. So just kind of scrape along, scrape along. And there you go. So throw this in the oven, 350 for about 10-15 minutes. And again, I'll put the recipe up at the end of the video. And enjoy. So a taste test with Harry here. And we'll see what he does. Let's see. Oh. Maybe. There we go. Got some interest there. He's picky. This guy is picky. So he'll probably pick it off the tree here later on. But yeah. They're so simple. Just go try it and do it. But he is picky. He's very picky.